Atlanta Falcons. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gun! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now back to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And some space here. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A try here for the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. 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 Hot.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are in for 6.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. He got 29 yards that time.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Over. Gun.
They'll set up a throw. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Vic Beasley in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. Oh, some strong running. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run here with Freeman. Oh, fighting off the defender. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll set up to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Right back to him on first down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. He can run, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Their mobile quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch the run.
He'll drop to throw. To the right and complete to Galladay. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw now on first down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Trey Burton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Here's Jones. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll drop the throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here 1st and 10. so quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is a do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. The Bucs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's third and 3.
Green 39.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 43. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw now on second and 10. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They toss to Freeman. There he goes inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll go with the keeper, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now back to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And break. The tight end's got it. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Detroit! 91 is the mic.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. On second down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bucs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
They'll set up a throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over them. And my goodness, another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now let's go. Blue 90.
Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. Fights him off. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, 33 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit!
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll set up to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important. Part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears, but right now it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
A toss play left. There goes Devontae Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. M.J. Stewart made the tackle from his corner spot. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons add on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go now. Boom, land it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Now let's go.
A give to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. They have gone to the 4th quarter, by the way, in that game in Cleveland. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. A win would be their 2nd on the young season. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, here's Smith. Shifts free at the 15. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Back to throw now on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. Call it a pickup of 7. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They come out here in the eye. The pitch goes to Smith. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.